Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Book of Shadows, issue number 3 from Valiant, made by Cullen Bunn and Vicente Cifuentes. I'm not sure if I say that correctly. Nick Villard and Dave Sharp. Yes, finally we got issue number 3 and 4 of the Book of Shadows. I was waiting for a very long time, so now we can continue the stories. If you don't know what this is, I made 2 reviews on my channel. Check that out. If you like what you see, give me a like, leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel and all that jazz. Let's go. So the big baddie here is Fane, and or Exarch Fane to be precise, and he's talking to, I don't know, Death, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. And so this creature says, "And lo, your power grew. My forbidden essence pulses in your veins. It is too much, though, even for one such as yourself, Exarch Fane. Only the pages of the Book of Shadows were made to contain such terrors as you are fed." And then it says, "So too must I be bought in an offering. The blood of this world, the souls. Now that the dark feast has begun, there can be no solace." Okay, for those who not know who our heroes are, you can actually see it here. So if you pause the video and you want to read, hey, who are these guys and what are their powers? Well, you can check it out. So, which I don't have to explain everything. That is very handy. Anyway, so Fane explains that they go from world to world to world, feeding, etc. He says, our power must be proliferate. But your enemies rally against you. Even now, they seek to stop your minions from forging the chain of ruin. Is it ruin? I guess. So yeah, these creatures that are making, well, they call it tattooing, these chains for the ritual. And they and if that ritual is complete, then something big bad happens. So Fane says, "Let them try. I offer them mercy. I offer them a chance at survival. They slapped my hand aside. Now I offer them only the ungodly truth of my machinations." So then we see the Eternal Warrior with the new Dr. Mirage. Well, probably not new anymore, but new for me, because the original Dr. Mirage was a guy, but I'm not sure how long this character is existing in her current form. Not entirely sure. So yeah, they are here at Fane's hideout or stronghold. And so the Eternal Warrior says, "Where are Fane's soldiers? Where are the guards? Would he really have the gates of his castle unprotected?" But then Dr. Mirage says, "Maybe Fane has called all his warriors to our world. Maybe we aren't encountering any resistance because we are the resistance." And so Eternal Warrior sensed some kind of a change in her because she's now hanging out with punk Mambo. And I'm not sure if he's pleased with that. So he says, "I expect caution, temperance. Your interactions with punk Mambo has made you rash, Mirage. You're the one getting twitchy because you don't have something big, bad, and to chop with that newly acquired sword of yours. Punk's teaching me a new few magic tricks on my own, but she is not changing me." But then she says that her husband was a cautious one, and now he's gone, and she's missing her family, and she also know that, well, Eternal Warrior had a family, and they are gone now too. So she says, "Anyway, you of all people should recognize the value of change. Doing the same things in the same way forever and ever sounds like hell. It can be efficient." Yeah, Eternal Warrior cannot die, and even if he is dying, he comes back somehow, fighting the eternal fight, against evil. I don't have much or anything from Eternal Warrior. Basically, I just did an unboxing video. I had a lot of Valiant comics, but a lot of these characters are, although I've known them for years, I have no knowledge about their stories because well, I don't have the books. I just know who they are and what they can do. But, I have no stories in my memory of them. So, yeah. So basically, there are new characters for me. Anyway, so they are entering these strongholds, and Eternal Warrior says, "What form of nightmare is this?" And then we see all these popes of, well, undead popes, scribbling incantations, if you will. And we see some dead bodies in here, and they use the blood for, to do their scribbling, I guess. And they say, "Shh, what are you doing?" I think just transcribing pages of Exarch Fane's book, the Book of Shadows. There are no warriors guarding the castle because their blood is being used to ink the pages. I like that. And so Eternal Warrior wants to kill them, right? Because they are evil. And but then Dr. Mirage says, "Gilad, that's his name. Wait, let them finish." I have to say, what? Why? We come back to that a bit later. Meanwhile, we see the rest of our heroes, Persephone, SHADOWMAN, and Punk Mambo, pursuing those who made these change, but they left a lot of people dead in their, people in ruin, people, feasting upon them, I guess, killing them. And then I want to say Darkman, but that's not how it is. It's not Darkman, it's SHADOWMAN, idiot. Anyway, so he let loose a couple of ravens to find those who did this. And Persephone, who has, I believe, access to a dimension full of Cthulhu monsters or something, and there's a storyline with her in other books. She went wild and probably destroyed almost the world, I think. But now she has regained her, I don't know, maybe she's now more human, I'm not entirely sure. And she says, "Was I like him, like Fane? Did I hurt people? Was I this awful?" And Punk says, "This is what you were, love, only worse." But, SHADOWMAN says, "Not now, Punk. But it's coming. The ravens have spotted our prey." And we see all these creatures here attacking humans, and they are now teleporting to that specific place because they want to stop them. And even though they cannot find every creature because they are spread around the world, I guess, every when they have the chance to stop them, they will have more time to, finish a plan to stop the whole thing, right? So they're going in and they're having a fight. Looks great. And these creatures are the ones that Persephone can, call to the mortal plane, I guess. And so there's a fight. Pretty cool. And so Persephone says, "The demons of the dead side, I can feel their horrible joy as I let them cut loose. Just remember, Persephone, you're in control. You call the shots." And then Punk says, "That's the part that should scare you, Jack. The girl's boiling over with power. And it wasn't that long ago she was going to use it to drown the world." And she says, "That wasn't me, Punk. That was..." But before she can, complete her sentence, vampires are here, and also known as reinforcements. And the fight is still going on. Now, I wonder with the vampires, I mean, isn't it daylight? Let me double check real quick. This looks like daylight, right? Vampires cannot stand daylight, so I don't know, must be magic stuff going on here to protect them, I guess. Not entirely sure. So they are attacking Persephone, these vampires, but then the creatures from beyond says, they dare attack our mistress. Teach them a lesson. Show them your cruelty." But then Persephone says, "Cruelty? I'm not cruel. That's not me. I'm not a monster." So I know she's just being insecure and scared suddenly. "Hey kid," says Punk, "forget what I said. If you want to be a monster, be a monster. Now is the time." But then the vampires are just infecting the humans, and also then, because of that, turning them into more monsters. And they cannot do anything about it because the army is getting too big. And So they shout to Persephone, "We need you. We cannot hold them." And she says, "This is not what I wanted to become." And meanwhile, in the stronghold, these creatures are still doing, I don't know, Lord Fane's work, if you will know what I mean. Look at all this blood here. Looks great. And Eternal Warrior says, "They do not flee. They do not attack. They barely notice us. I think they only focus on the task at hand, transcribing the book." Maybe, but why? The Book of Shadows is ancient, far older than Fane. Using it comes at as a price. All those souls sacrificed to feed the pages. Every page feeding on souls, every rune infused with power. Fane's hunger is growing, but the book is starving too. That's a great line. So at some point, Eternal Warrior has enough, and he attacks these creatures. But Dr. Mirage says that they are not copying the book; they're writing new pages. They're telling the stories, new stories of the Book of Shadows, building its power with the blood and souls of our world. So, and then she says, "Gillett, don't." And but he has enough of this, and he's just smashed these orbs with the souls in it, because he says, "Wow, we need to do something. We need to stall him. We need to break Fane's power." He says, "I've beaten him before here in his home, and I can do it again." And she's begging him not to do it. And then the souls are, escaping, but they're also angry, and then they are turning into something evil, and because they are hungry. That's great, Oh, more innocent souls going to heaven or wherever they go, and then dun, 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 they are transforming into monsters. That's so cool. Persephone is getting attacked by vampires. She, hits back, and then, oh no, the big baddie is here. Yeah, Fane is here, and he says, "Aren't you a powerful little thing?" And she says, "Stay away from me." "Oh, you have it all wrong, my dear. I don't want to harm you. Quite on the contrary. I need someone of your power, someone who can wield the Book of Shadows. The words of the Book of Shadows. The new words need a host. It's time to fulfill your destiny, don't you think?" So basically he says, join the dark side. And but also something happened to their friends, because they are now turned into vampires. Looks great. I wonder what happened. Is this an illusion, or is this happening for real? I don't know. Even Punk says, "You know what, kid? It looks like it was a monster after all." I like that. I like this a lot. This is a cool cliffhanger. So we'll see in the next book how it all ends in this final chapter. I'm enjoying this series a lot. Cool characters, cool art. Yeah, I just like it a lot. Oh, by the way, I just Liam Sharp, Exo Manowar, ordered this. Hope it's good. We'll see. Guys, let me know what you think about this comic. And oh man, this is the original remastered SHADOWMAN computer game, which was shit. And even in its remastered state, it's still shit. Don't buy it. But you can buy the comic if you want. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.